Hey everyone, today I've got your Transformers Age of Extinction movie review. Michael Bay, what were you thinking? Don't get me wrong though, some, not all, but some of the other Transformers movies were, pretty entertaining. Only the first one. This movie eliminates all of the charm from the first Transformers movie, including Shia LaBeouf. But considering the way he's been acting lately, I'm kind of glad he wasn't in this movie. It kind of felt out of place, though, without Sam Witwicky, but Mark Wahlberg is now in the starring role of this movie. You'd think someone with his star power would actually know what he was doing. You would think he would be able to salvage some kind of non-robotic life in this movie, but hell no. He looks as though he'd rather be somewhere else. Now, from the start, I did have a lot of problems with this movie. First off, and there is this obvious complaint, but does Michael Bay really need to keep adding all of these, supermodel-y chicks and just these overall dumb characters? Why would they even exist nowadays? And also these overly sexed up females. Why do they have to have, the high heels and the short shorts and all that stuff? They're just put in here for a pretty face. It's always been done. I don't know why, but it's so stupid, and it does take away from the movie, and it just does not make any sense at all. But whatever. I guess I can't really complain about it, but I feel like I should because I'm kind of irritated at how excessive it was. So I'll just move on from there because I'm sure it'll be annoying. If you like that sort of thing, all the power to you. I felt like the acting in this movie was actually the worst of all the other Transformers movies. Now, it did actually get pretty bad after the second movie. Obviously, I won't blame Mark Wahlberg for this, but he was one of those people. It was just his lines and the way he was saying them. I thought the girl who was playing his daughter was worse. I just felt like I was watching The Happening all over again. I'm not really completely shocked here, are you? I think the only acting that I was actually impressed with was Kelsey Grammer's character in this movie, and I'm not going to say the same for Stanley Tucci's character. Oh my god! This movie is set 4 years after Transformers Dark of the Moon, so anything that happened between then and now is just complete and utter chaos. All the Autobots are being hunted down by the humans, and they're trying to take back, their planet and all that stuff. So it gets pretty terrifying at times, but I wouldn't say it was terrifying in a scary sort of hide under your cover sort of way. Then you've got this badass Decepticon named Lockdown, who, is just a really big deal and just even bigger threat. So it gets pretty insane. Nothing does compare to the overly exposed use of special effects and the explosions everywhere. I call them Bay explosions. And all those action scenes, which Michael Bay is known for using a lot in his movies. This time around, it didn't really leave much to the imagination. I thought I was going to be expecting something new, something different, something that can raise the bar, but it wasn't set here in this movie. And, they attempted to, come up with a decent storyline, but apparently that just, didn't pull through. And I was just getting, really bored with this movie. The runtime was ridiculous. This movie was way too long. I think this was longer than Dark of the Moon, and even that movie I was this is getting ridiculous. If it's almost 3 hours long, I'm just saying, where is it gonna end? And I just kept thinking that the entire time. It was just pretty ridiculous. There were a few times when there were some jaw-dropping moments, and a lot of slow motion scenes that I've never really seen in a Transformers movie before. I know they like to have all that detail, paying attention to detail with how these guys are made and how they look, and I thought the designs were pretty awesome of the Dinobots, and even though they were shown at the end of the movie, when it seemed in all the trailers they were focusing more on them and some of the other bigger bad characters, that I call him the gun-faced Decepticon, and Galvatron was pretty badass as well. Optimus Prime, it felt like, he wasn't in here as much as well as Bumblebee. It's just not the same without hearing Sam Witwicky scream his name. Also recruit some other Autobots to help save the world. So it pretty much gets to be like the same old rinse and repeat scenarios, except it's just long ass movie. Overall, I think this movie was just god awful. It was pretty bad. It was terrible. Say whatever word comes to your mind. But I just didn't think it felt right with the cast that was involved. I don't know how much more we can take from watching all these Transformers movies. I heard there's a 5th one supposedly being in development but won't come out anytime soon. Thank God. Chances are, I won't see this movie for a while, even though I feel like I should see it again for some reason. I don't know why. But, it wasn't completely and utterly atrocious, but it was somewhat bad. I heard you can pre-order this movie on Amazon, so I just can't believe that. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Transformers Age of Extinction. Are you just as pissed off about this movie as I am? And what do you think about having Michael Bay returning for another Transformers movie? Do you think he should just stop? As always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.